Hello, am I live? I can't tell if I'm live. I think I'm live. What's going on? I'm gonna have to redo this. I think I'm going to have to log out. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm live. It's good to see you all. And I'm Seth Hilary Jackson. And I'm here to do some original songs for you. Now, I don't have my set planned out, but I do. I never like to plan out my sets because I don't want to, I don't know. It's my, probably my background as a Deadhead, fan of the Grateful Dead. They're known for like winging their shows. So I like to also do that. But you know what? The first song, I'm on TikTok, and people on TikTok keep telling me, I keep hearing this over and over again. They say, "You look like Jim Carrey." Now, nobody in real life has ever told me I look like Jim Carrey, so I don't know if I do or not. But the funny thing is, I actually wrote a song called Dumb and Dumber. And I wrote this back, when the movie came out. And the reason I wrote it is I heard somebody tell me, Dumb and Dumber was a great title for a movie, but it wouldn't make a good song title. And I immediately thought, I'm going to prove them wrong. And I wrote this song, and it actually opened doors for me. It almost got me my big break. I had it on hold with a major artist. But, that's a whole new music business story. Most things in the music business don't work out, and that one didn't. But, I got attention from publishers and I even had, more things happen. But I'm going to do this song anyway, because it's fun. So I just kind of relearned it, and here's how it goes. When it comes to my heart, I always use my head. I don't get involved because I know how insane love gets. I read the book about Venus and Mars with my feet firmly on Earth. But I had to blow it all by going head over heels for her. It was Dumb and Dumber, a double-barrel bummer, a 1-2 punch to the heart. It was Dumb and Dumber, I really did a number when I tried to be so smart. With all my horse sense and intelligence, I sure did catch on slow. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. She's a homecoming queen. She's the 4th of July. One look at her and I was stark raving out of my mind. We lit a flame till my brain stepped in and said, "Get a grip on yourself." Now I gotta see her holding hands with somebody else. It was Dumb and Dumber, a double-barrel bummer, a 1-2 punch to the heart. It was Dumb and Dumber, I really did a number when I tried to be so smart. With all my horse sense and intelligence, I sure did catch on slow. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. I use logic, I take calculated risks, but I didn't count on wanting her like this. It was Dumb and Dumber, a double-barrel bummer, a 1-2 punch to the heart. It was Dumb and Dumber, I really did a number when I tried to be so smart. With all my horse sense and intelligence, man, did I catch on slow. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. It was dumb to let myself fall in love, and even dumber to let her go. Thank you. Thank you to all of you who are out there in the audience. I can't see your name, I can't see who you are, but if you type something in the chat box, I can say hello to you. And I appreciate your being here. And you know, that song actually, it's hard to pick. This is a basic thing in songwriting that, I mean, you gotta weigh the factors when you're trying to write commercial songs, but there's something in that song that, of course, the movie, you know, that was years ago. But still, I think people get Dumb and Dumber. But there's a line in the song that I don't know if people will get it today. Everybody got it back when I wrote the song. It's in the first verse. It says, I read the book about Venus and Mars. Now, I don't know. This song may be dated because of that line. So, you know, when you mention current things or in songs, that can cause it to be dated, but I don't know if you know what that line refers to, but there was a really popular book, you know, out at the time called Women Are From Venus, Men Are From Mars. So when I wrote that song, everybody thought that was a great line, and now today, I don't know, that might just kind of make the song not commercial anymore. But I can sing it. Nobody's gonna stop me from singing it. You know, I have another song. It was a really fun song. And it was called After the Beep. And yeah, well, that's one song. But I had another song that was a country song. It was called The Lights Are Off, but the lights are out, but somebody's home. And that was a really fun song. But both of these two songs I just mentioned, there was a line, they mentioned answering machines. And nowadays, nobody has answering machines. So that song, you know, it was fun, and I can't pitch it to anybody anymore because nobody has answering machines. And there's no way to really, well, you know, it's possible that I could find an alternate way of saying it, but it's not worth it. So that's a songwriting 101 little thing. So now, let's see, what should I do next? I'm open for requests. I'm doing original material, so if you're a fan of mine, you may know some of my songs and feel free to request one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna play what I feel like playing. And I think it's probably good for me to do my latest single, which I actually wrote this in response to a fan who messaged me and said, we need more songs about peace. And I thought, okay, well, I got a request, and you know, song about peace, that'd be a good thing to write. But on the other hand, I don't want to, you know, there've been so many songs, so many anti-war songs, and I didn't want to say the same thing as all the other anti-war songs. So I thought, well, I'll write one if I can think of something to say that hasn't been said before. And here's what I came up with. The soldiers and the missiles, the rubble of the buildings, the ever-growing toll of death. I can't fathom all the killings. I sit in my comfortable living room, thousands of miles away, trying to come up with something deep and important to say. But the evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to unleash. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. A song won't stop an army. I can't undo the bombing. But if I can touch a single heart, at least that would be something. So I'll send this one simple message out anyone I can. Shouldn't be a whole lot to ask for. Just be kind to your fellow man. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to preach. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. I picture a time when armies and guns are replaced by cooperation. 'Cause every impossible dream come true starts with the imagination. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to teach. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. All I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. So here's one more song about peace. Thank you. Hey, Bernard, thanks for joining. I'm Seth Hilary Jackson, doing original songs for you. If you know any of my songs and you'd like to request one, that would be awesome. And people out there, I can see the name of people who join on Instagram, but I can't see your name on any of the other platforms. I'm streaming in multiple places at one time. So say hi, type something into the chat box, and I'll, we'll chat. Okay, so what should I do next? I'm thinking about doing this song that I haven't done in a long time. I should probably maybe pull up the words and the chords so I'll remember how it goes. I have a lot of songs. Some songs are, every song, for the songwriters, their songs are like their children. People say, I don't even think I have this song here. I'm going to have to, maybe I shouldn't do it because I haven't done it in so long. Oh, well. Oh, here's one that I'm going to do. This was a single I released like a few months back, or like in the last fall. This is kind of on the dark side. But this came from a true story, and here's another little songwriting thing. So I was somehow thinking about my family history. And I never actually met either of my grandparents. And my parents really never talked about their parents very often. And especially me and my mother. But I found out, or she did mention, that her father left her and abandoned her when she was like 2 years old, and she was actually spent time in an orphanage. I didn't know that until I was an adult. So that was the starting point of my song. But there's a big hit songwriter that also teaches. His name's Steve Seskin. He's a really great songwriting teacher, and I think it was him who said, "Don't let the facts get in the way of the truth." So my grandfather left my mother when she was 2, but 2 didn't rhyme. 5 rhymed. And as far as the story goes, it doesn't really make any difference in the song whether she was 2 or she was 5. So I put it at 5, and that was the starting point for this song. So I never met my grandpa on my mother's side. he abandoned her when she was only 5. My parents treated marriage like a civil war. I feel as if I'm broken at the core. No matter what you see in me today, knowing where I came from, I'm afraid you're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. Got heartache flowing through my veins. There's nothing in this world like waking in your arms. But I'm hardwired for a fight or flight response. In my clan, feelings mattered not at all. It's second nature for me to build walls. Talking about the future makes me scared. I'm only telling you because I care. You're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. There's heartache flowing through my veins. If I could change, you'd be worth changing for. I wanna try, but you gotta be warned. You're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. There's heartache flowing through my veins. You're throwing good love after bad blood. There's heartache flowing through my veins. Got heartache in my veins. Thank you so much. You know what? I am going to take a very, very quick break, and I will be back. So please don't go away. Okay, we're back. So you know what? I'm gonna try to do this song anyway that I was gonna do, and I hope I don't forget it, because I haven't done it in a long time, and I don't have the words in front of me, but this song means a lot to me, so I like to bring it out every once in a while. You know, it's what I would categorize as a mental health song, and I have quite a few of those. By the way, if you like this, go to my website, SethHilaryJackson.com. You can learn more about me and hear all my recorded music, including these songs. And I have my songs kind of broken up into albums based on the type of song, because I write, you know, I don't like to just pigeon my whole self into one thing. And, you know, I write love songs, but I don't write only love songs. I write some political songs, and I write some mental health songs, and I write just some silly songs, and I have those all, and I have just some songs about my life and life in general and things that don't fall into any other category. So I have an album of those, and so I have the songs broken up that way. And this would fall into the mental health songs, and it means a lot to me, and hopefully, well, I'm going to say hopefully you can relate to it, but hopefully you can't, actually. But I know a lot of people can. I keep on looking back at all I haven't done. The sweet success if I had only. The moves that didn't work. The people that I've hurt. The thinking I deserve it when I'm lonely. This beating myself up is such a waste. It's time to give myself a break. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I still can hear that voice come piercing through the years, commanding me to blame myself. It's time to let that go. By now I ought to know I'm worth as much as anybody else. I'm gonna let the tears fall where they may. Remind myself that I'm okay. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I have my moments, I have my good days. I've got my inner strength, and I've got the will to change. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's see, what else can we do here? You know, I haven't mentioned that this is an unscheduled stream, as they all are these days, because it's been over a year already. This is terrible. But, you know, I finally, after 3 years of not getting it, I got COVID the end of March. And ever since then, I've had chronic fatigue, long COVID. So it's hard to like schedule streams. So I'm just kind of, when I have a little energy, I'm doing them. And I'm limiting them to like a half an hour because there's something known as the worst part. I mean, this is really horrible because I'm like, every couple of hours I have to lie down. But the worst part is something called PEM, which stands for post-exertional malaise, which if I overexert, and the thing is, I don't know I've overexerted until it's too late. So like the next day, the fatigue gets worse, and it can stay worse for days or weeks. So I don't even know if a half an hour is overexerting or not, but. So that's probably gives me time for, well, it depends on which songs I do. If I do a longer song, I have one song left. And my fingers seem to be making up my mind for me on which song to do, because I'm playing this opening riff of this one song. And this is a song I wrote a long time ago. I wrote this before I wrote Dumb and Dumber even. And this one is an actual thing that happened in my life. It's a song not of unrequited love, a song of love sort of requited, but then screwed up. Try to picture her. Her hair like a veil of gold. There aren't any words. Her face like a tale untold. There's a hunger we share, and she gives me a stare with eyes that could melt the cold. I can see paradise, but her flames turn to ice. She locks up her soul. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, a vision in the night. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you are the morning light. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I've got you in my sight, but I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. Try to picture her. Her heart wears a coat of steel, woman of the world, a mask that can seem so real. I can see in her eyes, underneath her disguise, the fear of a lonely child, afraid of a part deep down in her heart that wants to run wild. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, why don't you take my hand, Gabrielle? Oh. And so you run and hide, Gabrielle, Gabrielle. Together we can fly, but I cannot find you, cannot bind you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. Many years ago, they taught you to be oh so strong. You built a wall of stone, and you fought your pain alone too long. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, why don't you take my hand, Gabrielle, Gabrielle? I'm the one who understands, Gabrielle, Gabrielle. Your wish is my command, but you won't receive me, won't believe me, won't deceive me, and I can't stand back no more. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, old echoes from the dark. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, still tearing you apart. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, it's not too late to start, but I cannot bend you, cannot mend you, can't defend you, and I can't stand back no more. I cannot find you, cannot bind you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. I can't stand back no more. Well, I see some more people have joined just as oh wow, I got a whole sudden slew of people who've just joined, and I'm just finishing up. I really appreciate you coming here, and I'm doing these on an unscheduled basis, as I mentioned, because of my chronic fatigue, and I'm having to limit myself to a half an hour for health reasons. So, but please, follow me if you're not following me already on whichever platform you're on, and you'll be notified when I go online. Go to my website, SethHilaryJackson.com, and you can read all about me. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can hear all my recorded music, buy merch, all that stuff. And I got some pictures there and everything. So, again, I really appreciate you being here, and I hope I'll see you next time.